this time, we get to do the whole thing again. Except for the first level, we already did that. We already did that part. So, here's a little contrast here. What we're going to be doing. This is what we currently have to do in World War II. Let's put this differently. This is World War I fully complete. This is the next level. Look at the difference. Look at this. We gotta go for 2 golds and a mirror, and we gotta do the mirror thing, the Kong letter, so that way it's blue. We're good. We're going. Okay. So, basically, we're playing the entire game again, and every level is getting played at least 3 times, depending on how well things go. We're just gonna go into time attack right now and be done with it. I'll take whoever I get. I'll just take whoever I happen to get. Go, Donkey Kong, go! Minute 21 is our goal time. Of course, probably should have... You know what? From now on, I'm going to start with the mirror mode, so I'm at least familiar with the stage enough. And granted, it's going to be mirror mode, so my muscle memory is going to be absolutely broken, but... it's going to be something. And yeah, I think Dixie Kong's going to make a lot of these levels kind of trivial in terms of the speedrun. Because she has the kind of double jump thing going. But... I also don't want to switch it to just being diddy barrels in the original game. I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy. So much level left. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. That was kind of ass. Wow. Not a fan of that one. If I retry, it's just gonna be the same, yeah, same stipulations. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while, given how this is already going. Stop that barrel. We're gonna quit the level and swap. we're already having a bad time. This is a bad sign. But we gotta get all golds. We're gonna go with... I think we're gonna go with classic rules unless we actively, like, fully believe that, having Dixie Kong's gonna make it faster. At least enough to make it manageable. Also need to actively stop moving to go up there. I'm not gonna go for the barrel up there because it's gonna waste some time going back when I'm gonna come across another one anyway. So, sorry little buddy, we're gonna have to wait for you. Oh! Good start. I wish it would automatically reset the timer whenever you lose a life here. Because, like, your run's dead, so why the heck do I have to do the restart process? Why is it up to me? I don't understand why the hell was happening with my controller there. I was holding a direction and the game said, no you aren't. We're just gonna keep you in place for some reason. Yeah, next time you're definitely starting with mirror mode first. Ugh. I keep forgetting about that pit. Game's wasting my time. Wasting my time doing the time trial stuff, and I don't like it. I'm gonna assume all golds is the requirement for completion here. And now we go like this. Go, 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 go. Oh dear. One's dead. Great. I feel like it's starting to demand perfection out of me, and I'm not a fan. And come on. Screw it. Don't care. Don't care. Maybe I do care. Wasting like 10 seconds of your time. Don't care, friend. Whee! Oh, Ron is dead again. I'm not sure what it wants. I'm gonna get the other Kong. This is just... no. Already not liking this. It didn't take long, did it? I don't like time attack modes, apparently. They never seem to go well. Grab, friend. Go, 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 go. He's probably already dead. There's so much fucking level! What the hell? That is not doable. I'm sorry, that is not doable. Garbage. Nothing changed. We're not doing golds right now. We're gonna go mirror mode and then go back for the golds, because I'm already fed up. That did not take long. Turbo attack, 1 run through. We're just gonna bring the better one. I'm sure this will go well indeed. Wrong button. I hate you, game. I pressed the roll button. Game, I hate you. The game has plenty of response issues that make this completely unfeasible, I'm sorry. I feel like I have to clench every button on the controller at the same time, and of course it's not gonna go well. End me. Doesn't reset your timer here either. Come on, just reset when I lose a life. Because the run's already dead anyway. Did I really take 3 hits? What the fuck? What the fuck? We have made no progress. This game's not built for this at all. It has to annoy you when you have to reset a level. Just lose the life and respawn me with the full timer. Remove the checkpoints even. We're leaving. We're doing the mirror mode and we're not doing the time trials. I'm already fed up. That took like no time. That took like no time. It has not even been 15 minutes and I'm already just giving up. Wow. Wow. Alright, let's play the game normally. See, this is nice. This is actually nice. Look at that, game, thank you. Alright. Now. Ow. Easy. Health somewhere? Health. Hello, game. Health. No. Health. No. It's a coin. No. Coin. Health. Must letter. Let me out. We don't need to do the puzzle pieces. We can leave. That game almost. I swear to God. I tried to hold back to stop, and the game said no. And we're back at the very beginning of the level again. I'm understanding why I probably shouldn't have done post game. On stream anyway. The very least, I should have stopped after World 9. I should have done Dunsparce today. Clearly. already, like, pretty high-key regretting this decision. Imagine if I had the normal rule set and not the modern-day baby mode rule set, where I'd have to do this without getting hit at all. Okay, Mom, stop thumping around upstairs. God damn. I know you gotta do your thing twice a week, but I'm gonna make as much noise as possible that inevitably shows up on the mic. It'd be extremely annoying. Why didn't the barrel roll? That's what they do. Come on. Why are you so bad? Why are you so bad, game? Why? Why'd you slide down? I don't need to hold the button the whole time I'm on the freaking grass. Come on, game. Get your act together. Get your act together. Meh. The game is not gonna drop hearts at all this whole time. So if that's the case, we're gonna have problems. Game. Health. Please. The game's not gonna give me health. Oh boy. Get me out of here. We got our Kong letters. You. I'm gonna put the Joy-Cons in the little controller grip. I feel like that might be more comfortable for this type of game. There we go. I just have it here to experiment with because I was told by my friend, who I will not name on here, I almost did, that you should just use the Joy-Con separately. It's so much better. I don't know, for a game like this, it really doesn't feel like it. So yeah, we're gonna go back for time trials later. We're just gonna focus on the mirror modes for now, and if I feel like I can maybe do a good speed run, we'll do that. Odds are the answer is probably no. The main meat of this is gonna be the mirror mode stuff. So that's what I should be focusing on more than anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Luckily, it seems the Kong letters are in the same place they normally are. It's just that everything's all backwards now. So yeah, welcome to freaking hell, I guess. It's very lush for some reason. They don't tell you that part. They don't tell you it's gonna actually be a surprisingly lush paradise with collision issues. Yay! My mood has been soured. My mood has been soured. The game is ruined. Letter and wee. At the very least, I don't have to worry about game overs. refills though, because the game is just not going to drop hearts at all, apparently. I don't know why. It's the first world, I swear it would drop hearts. It was relying on healing you with freaking tag barrels. That seemed a little dumb. Who am I to judge, I guess? Oh, no, you don't! No, you don't! Okay, game. Okay. Please drop a heart sometime this century, please. I've been running on 1 heart for most of this level. And I feel like they're still supposed to drop in mirror mode. I know you can't bring stuff in. I know you don't get your friends to help, but you should still get hearts, right? Where does it go? We got our crawling letters. At least this part's gonna be generally pretty quick. Generally, because we're just going for calling letters, and then we're just getting to the end. No bonus rooms, none of that. I'm gonna give 1 attempt on time attack, and we're taking the better one. I don't know if we necessarily need golds for full completion. I will go back for them if I feel like I can maybe pull them off. I know for Pac-Man, I definitely do for full completion, which sucks ass. Fine. It's faster, whatever. And we gotta do it again. Fuck! Continue. One attempt where I don't lose a life. That's what counts. We're not even gonna attempt Turbo. We're leaving Turbo for way later because it's meant to be way later. Because it wasn't in the initial release of the game. This game's not built for time trials either. Why is it here? Why is it here? And why do you gotta waste fucking 20 seconds of my time every time I mess up? Why? Why are you built like this? I thought this would be better than Pac-Man. Maybe time trials should just be left to Sonic and racing games. And Sonic racing games. Yeah, that's both. I think if I'm gonna do the time trial stuff, I'm just gonna watch a speedrun first. Down on the platform! That's the problem with this version of the technology, where DK's kind of on a layer higher than everything else. I can't tell when he's actually above things. And that's why no other game does this. Not just because of the patent, it's just, you know, it's actually kind of a bad design decision for general, like, movement stuff. Hello. How come you don't go high enough? Your jump goes everywhere. What's going on, game? Why did you like me? slower to go down and get friend. Fine. What do you mean? We are taking the silver. These levels are too long. This isn't fun. Yeah, shut up. Alright, mirror mode. Let's make some actual progress. Thump, thump, thump! Yeah, we get it. You can't stop making noise up there. I'm not in the mood for this. Ooh, silhouette level! Ooh. They're just not parts at all in mirror mode. So if that's the case, it's gonna make the end very bad. What?! I feel like I just clipped to the ground. Are there just not part drops at all? I thought you were a bush. Like a checkpoint. Luckily, I know it still exists. There we go, checkpoint. All the rest I want, none of it matters. How did I not activate this? I was standing near it and doing the slam. What the hell? There's the letter. Like 2 letters in the same way here. Oh, right. You. Cool. The mirror mode's easy. This is actually just kind of the normal game again. Bullshit on top of it. This is gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna do 1 run of time trials and I want to just end it. Just one game over and never think about it again. And then who cares? 1 attempt at time attack. If I get it, I get it. I feel like this one might be better, but then it's gonna be like a super tight time trial and I'm gonna feel like bad about it. I mean, the time trials is gonna be this, and it won't be so bad, will it? Just that forever? This one actually might be manageable. What the hell? Go. Go. Fuck, it's a wall! Oh, no, not next to the wall, actually. Wow. I was holding to stop slamming, and then DK did not stop slamming. What the hell? That should be gold there. Fuck off. Stop lying, game. What is your problem? This that one feels more doable than the rest so far, but God. God. Go. Faster, please. Go. Got it! You see where it's mostly flat terrain, it seems to be alright. I never have to think about that level again. You gotta do it super quickly now, so I have to do it, think about it again. Now the question is, how the hell is the super speed one going to turn out? Probably not too well, but, you know, better than the last couple stages. Guys actually finish this one. This is dumb. This mode is frickin' stupid! This mode is weird. It's just time trial again, but you have to do it faster because everything's like double speed and nothing feels remotely correct. Again, because you're mostly just doing this, it's at least more manageable than half the others. That's the worst part of the whole stage, especially because the buttons don't work. You don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Come on, that works every other time. Why doesn't it work now? Game. I was like, that was the golden run. If I didn't get that then, I would have been pissed. My god. Does that mean this stage is actually done? My god, a full clear. It's almost like when you make the level mostly flat, it's not a problem. Alright. Canopy can't. I was like, Canopy Canyons. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Where's the Y? So, I'm gonna go in as assuming I don't get any extra health. I get the one free hit, and then it recharges the checkpoints, I guess, because I can just lose a level from them. But just assume no extra health pickups. Let's just be glad we don't have to collect the puzzle pieces again. I keep saying it, but it's true. Bonk. Whoa! Hey, look, this is the one that has the bonus, like, down here. And you never think about it, because it just looks like a pit. Funny little trick by the game. No hits so far. Okay, some miracle. Yeah, I got the balloon. I'm surprised I got that. I shouldn't have gotten that in, but the game said, sure, you can have it. Whee! There we go. Kong letters. Whee! 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 Tricks you on those last. Whee! I forgot about the last obstacle. That's a no-hit, baby! I forgot about the last drum. How much do you want to bet that when I do time trials, it's actively gonna mess with me? I'm gonna have the run of my life, and then it's gonna get ruined right at the end, and I'm gonna feel so bad. We're gonna give one attempt at this. If it goes well, here's the thing. I'll do one attempt at time trials. If I feel like I'm close to gold, I'll go for gold. If I don't get close to gold, I'll stop. If I get gold... Well, that's not gonna work, is it? If I get gold, then I'll do the quick run. If I get gold, then I'll do the ultimate speed. The turbo attack, as you will. That's why I've been rolling like 3 years. You probably just guide DK in that barrel, actually. Okay. Oh, come on! Come on, game! Why it gotta be like that? Come on! It's not funny. Going well so far. Grab friend. Damn it, happened again! I can't just sit there and wait because it takes time. Whoa, game, why are you chugging? What was that load screen? I feel like low-key. I see that word a lot. Why not using it? I'm trying way too hard to fit in. It's not working. I'm thinking that the game might load worse on Switch too. Like it loads faster, but it has its points where it kind of gets stuck. Maybe I just didn't notice as much on Switch 1 because I was just used to longer load times and something happened. I don't know. It's kind of like how the load screens are for Mario U Deluxe. In Mario U Deluxe, probably because it has to do a little extra calculation to determine, like, is Toadette currently in the game, and like, do we spawn in the super crowns and whatnot? It wasn't a thing in the original game. Better because you could have 4 people all playing on the same difficulty. Now Blue Toad or Yellow Toad sits out depending on who plays. It's freaking annoying. But you'd think that would work. By the way, it loads fairly smoothly on Wii U, but on Switch I noticed it kind of gets stuck on like a little bit. Like it kind of actively freeze up. It was smooth on Wii U. Meaning that because of the stuff they added in with Toadette, the game actually has a slightly harder time loading. At the very least, it can't do it smoothly. Which is a little sad. I keep forgetting that barrel doesn't automatically start in the correct position. I feel like this is a time trial I can actually manage a decent time on. Don't do that. So that's good. There we go. There we go. Off. Off. Yep. That crushed me? Also, I was nowhere close to gold. What the hell? What the hell? That is garbage. Okay, then I'm just gonna... I don't like the tight timers. They do not feel very fair. Sometimes he still makes it. Sometimes he doesn't. I don't understand why. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Pick up friend at the checkpoint. lose, friend, immediately. I feel very bad. Because the hitboxes are very strange, and I don't like them. That should have made it. Come on. That should have made it. What? Why didn't that work? Hello? Damn. Why are you doing that? Why, huh? What? Why? What? Huh? What? No. 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 Get friend checkpoint. Do not get friend here. Come on. Why does the hit sometimes let you go through and sometimes it doesn't? There we go. It's a super clean one. It's never gonna happen again. And I'm gonna feel very bad about that. And the run is dead. Damn it! Mash through it. Mash through that one at all times. I hate time trialing things. What? I don't understand you, game. Why you gotta do this to me? We're leaving. We are leaving. We are done with that time trial. We are not doing that one. No. Bad game. Bad game. No. No. Alright. Welcome to a new hell. I think this is the first minecart level, which means it's not really going to be different at all, because it's a minecart level you buy in one hit anyway. So it doesn't really matter now, does it? Whee! Bonk. 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 Just keep bonking on everything. Puzzle keys kind of terrible. I don't want to be here. Oh, I just want my banana. DK scared. DK won't go home. Alright. There seems to be no real reason not to just hold down the entire time. You still pop out whenever you're not holding. When you're jumping, you always pop out anyway. You have to jump that last one. But like, there's no real negative side to just holding down the entire time and constantly ducking, because you still move the same speed. It's not like I'm going slower or anything doing this. This is working. I pushed the jump button. Game, why you gotta do that to me? Hello? It's not like you can't jump when you're crouched, because I truly can. I don't know what that was all about. Yep. To jump the third. I hate enemy bouncing. Can I be fully honest with you? I hate enemy bouncing in this game. I really do. I really do. I have to jump that myself. Because God forbid the level does any sort of extra aid in the first level. I always do a jump to make sure I can't see it. Oh. I hate enemy bouncing. It does not work. It does not hold down anymore. I'm gonna treat it as a bad luck. It does do stuff. I can't. That one was just panic. There we go. Still gonna duck on this one. There we go. Dang it. Okay. Oh well. Here's a weird thing. Why the hell is there a time trial for this? It's like, how fast can you do the first part? Because the rest might as well just be an auto-scroller. But it's still an option. I don't even think I really need a barrel for this either, because, like, everything's a one-hit KO anyway, so who cares? Can't just jump directly to that one. There we go, the actual speedrun part of this, the actual running bit is over. We just gotta get to the end and not die. Time attack here makes no sense whatsoever. Honestly, the time attacks just kind of end when you get to the start of the minecart, because nothing else really... You can't really go any faster than this. So you're really just being great on the very beginning of the level. Then you play for like a minute and a half and realize you didn't reach the gold time, and then you feel bad. And you question what the hell was even the point of doing any of this level. I'm pretty sure I messed up the gold time by like a second or two because I flubbed up the part where you're actually climbing up. So, like, what do you want from me? Yeah. I missed it. I missed by half a second because they wouldn't let me jump. I was right there. I had it, and the game said, "No, you don't. You stupid. No." I did it right. Another one's dead again. And I was about a second faster, and now I just play it like normal and do not die, and that's it. And we're just sitting here for a minute and a half, and then I lose it at the very end again, and then I gotta do the whole thing again, and this level's not built for time attack. Why is it like this? End the time attack after the first 20 seconds, and you're good. I feel like they're kind of missing the point. Just a tad. Just a tad, you know? Just a little bit. I don't quite understand. Take easy paths when possible. Make it a little better on yourself. Because it's not like the alternate paths are any faster or slower. You're still moving at the same pace. No speed boosters or anything. You're just going. There's this, but it's scripted fast. There we go. It would not accept any jump inputs until that happened, by the way, so... yeah. Makes me wonder what the fast version's gonna be like. That's a pain to start. But we got the gold on that, so... following my rules, we're gonna do the speed run. The super quick turbo. I expect this to go terribly as well, but you never know. One's already dead. He's like, I'm like, how fast is this going now? I don't like it. The run was already dead anyway because the opening was just ass. But like, ugh. They don't really care for this. Question the meaning of life. I wasn't gonna make it. I mean, I forgot about the last jump, but I wasn't gonna make it in time anyway, because the opening is just so insane. It requires so much perfection in your movement. Okay. Not sure that was actually any faster, but sure. It was about a second faster, so that does help. Oh boy! Got it! That is something. Huh. Yeah, I did it. How fast he's going. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the speedruns in that one. I mean, they really don't work, and they're judging you mainly on the first 20 seconds, and then just not dying, but like... Now how the hell... Sure. We're gonna mirror mode the boss first. So mirror mode, I think, is just beat the boss without getting hit more than once, and you don't get your friend. Time attack and turbo attack, I think, are where it's gonna get more interesting. It does mirror the cutscenes. Good on it. Good job, game. I wonder if you actually do that, and you did. I'm proud of you. But also, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna drop any hearts at all. Which is fine for like the early game fights like this one, but end game, yeah, it's not gonna work out so well, is it? I missed it. Oh! Come on. I am most angry at me. Okay, I like no room to dodge that. Like, I don't know what you wanted. I don't know what you wanted me to do there. I had no room. I almost first tried that though. But this was the first boss, so it's actually manageable to do this. I feel like time attack won't be necessarily horrible. I think it's gonna be... actually. I have a feeling for time attack, it's hit the boss as soon as possible every time. Like this. And that might not always be feasible. It also makes me very concerned about that worm boss in with 5. See, if I stop you from doing the shockwave, you just don't do it at all, then I win, and we're good. No health pickups. I'm not looking forward to the end of this. Not really. Right near Tiki Dude. It's over. Bye. Bye. I'm gonna do like 2 more things. That's World 1 Mirror Mode done. That's the easy part. Of course, we still have the hard parts of this to do. The parts I am more concerned about. Speedrun. At least for speedrun, I do have some extra agency on health. But I'm not gonna have peasant. Cutscene. Skip. Skip. Come on, there you go. I forgot. There's a second round on the first hit. On the first phase, it does 2 rounds back and forth before doing the jump. The rest don't do that. I don't need friend. I'll do it by myself. It's fine. Bum 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 bum. Yep. Phase 1. I think we're on a good pace. Two. 3. Alright. Next phase. Had it, and then the game said, no, you're blown off the side of him for no reason. Man. I don't need friends, they disappoint me. Alright. Jump, DK. I swear to God, that cost me a run. I'm leaving. Retry. One mistake cost you the entire run. There's no leniency, which is awful. Terrible design. No. Bad time attack creators. I jumped. I jumped. You saw that. I jumped. I don't know what you think I was doing, game, but I was very clearly jumping. I was very clearly jumping. Doran's definitely fucking dead. Thanks, game. What the fuck do you mean that hit me? I didn't touch the spike. And I should still hit him anyway, even after I get hit, because I clearly still hit his back. Stupid game. Stupid game. Why must you be this way? See? Worked that time. Didn't touch a spike, but I still bonked him afterwards, so who cares? I forgot that you can drop parts and you're not playing mirror mode. Okay. Fuck you, game. I gotta see if I can just jump, not go behind him, just jump forward into him. If I can, then we're just not gonna do the ambush strat. That's stupid. That's not being safe. Can I just... Theoretically I can, but the game sometimes just says no. The game just sometimes says no. And no, you're meant to go from behind him. Wish the game wouldn't taunt you with the sound effects. Fuck you too, game. Time attack isn't fun when your ranking is this precise. And I'm thinking I might just avoid time attack in the future. I think we just do a mirror mode only run. And then we call it at that, because... the time attacks feel so precise for the golds that's not what hit me? That killed the run and is bullshit. What the hell was that? Yeah, we're not doing time trials anymore after this stream. That's just gonna be it. We're not doing that. Time attack is just trash. I'm sorry. Every time attack mode sucks. It's... No! No, we're done. We are leaving. Fuck you. Stupid, stupid game. We're leaving. Not that far. We're doing this. We're doing mirror mode only. Fuck time attack. This is the real completion bonus. I don't give a shit. Time attack's not fun. Alright. Well, with the worst aspect of the game completely and rightfully ignored, we're just gonna play the good part of the game. I can take my time and, you know, not be rushed to the goal where S ranks are all 1-2 cyberspace again. You remember how rough that was? How bullshit getting the S rank in that level was? All of the time attacks in this game are like that. All of them. And, I'm not a fan. I can say that, I'm not a fan. I think I'm fine with just not. So we're just gonna do mirror mode, and then we're gonna move on. And then maybe I'll play Kirby or something, and then we'll be happy. Maybe it'll actually just be a fun video game again. Kirby doesn't have major time trials. It has like the one car mission. And even then, it's meant to look impossible, and then you do the one thing where you find the secret way to get through, and then you win that way. So it's less about getting to the end in a certain amount of time, and more so just, you know, are you observant with your surroundings to open the shortcut, and then you just win. Can't really say that for this. It's not, are you observant of, it's, are you a task player? Because every single run, every single stage, including bosses, is like no room for error at all, which is stupid. It is stupid. I'm glad the game decided to prove that with the bosses, so I can just ignore it and never think about it again. I think mirror mode is fun enough for me. I know my limits. Unfortunately, the limits are not just, you know, bad time for me here, but also just like, I'm willing to bet that if you've gotten all golds on time attack and turbo attack, you modded your Switch to allow task support. Like, there's no way in hell you didn't do that. Because how the hell did you do it otherwise? Why can I even get past the first bit of this level without getting hit? What the hell is wrong with me? Hello? So yeah, we're not doing time attack anymore. I don't even know if time attack's really required for 100%. I have a feeling it is, because it does track the icons, but to what extent? Probably getting all golds, but like, that's insane. Like, that is not reasonably possible. It really isn't. Because Master King Coco levels of bullshit at times. Like, how the hell is this supposed to work? Like, I don't understand the logic here. Like, maybe I can be proven wrong. Maybe I'll look up how speedrunners do the time attack stuff, and then see that there's actually like 15 seconds of room somehow. And even then, that's gonna require like frame-perfect button inputs the entire time, so it's still not reasonable for a more casual player. It's kind of stupid. I'm just saying, it's not fair, really. It's a bit dumb. So I'm just not gonna do it. It's like with Monkey Ball, I couldn't even reasonably beat that game because they expect you to go so fast when you're not even able to control the character outright. You're controlling the level. Which is just, no. They expect such crazy movement from you for no reason. There's no time for you to get used to the controls or anything, because you're on to the next one. You have 30 seconds. Good luck. It's like, what do you want? What do you want from me as a player? Because it doesn't seem clear to me what you're exactly wanting from me. And the message I'm getting is, you don't want me to play the game anymore. Because how is any of that fair? No. Here's the problem I have with time attack and platformers. Unless your name is Sonic the Hedgehog, and even then you could still be iffy with it, you're not built for a time attack. At all. Don't. It's fine in a racing game, and it's fine if your game is built around going fast to begin with. And if you're gonna do a ranking system, you gotta leave some room for error for general 100%. If you wanna have like a super secret hard rank, like a platinum rank, like in Crash, fine. Don't make it the requirement to actually get 100%. Have it just be bragging rights or some secret bonus thing that doesn't really change anything. Like, I don't know, just gives you a little star or something. A little extra congratulations. I don't know. Like, you shouldn't be missing out on anything for true completion without, you know, beating dev times. Just understand that they go a bit extreme with it, you know. They go a little bit on the extreme end sometimes. Like, if it's for, like, an achievement thing, maybe it's okay. It's more okay than, like... Here's the thing. If your ranking for your time trial thing is comparable to 1-2 in Sonic Frontiers, the entire time, where any slight mistake costs you the run, and you've wasted over a minute of your time, then no. Then no. That is not good. I'm not even articulating this the right way, and it's like, oh, you just complain about time attack in general, you skill issue, and maybe it is a skill issue. Also, it feels like some games that do time attack don't have the controls or other gameplay bits to really back it up, you know? Like Pac-Man, it's just designed in a way where time trial doesn't really work. Time attack doesn't really work in Pac-Man's case at all. It's like some of those stages where you're meant to go fast, sure, they're fine. The bosses, unbalanced, a little bit iffy. Like, makes you question why the hell it's even a thing in the game, because it doesn't make any sense. It's not built for this. And you have a level that legitimately goes on for 7 full minutes, and you wonder how the hell you're meant to do it quick. And one mistake means you're costing yourself 7 whole minutes. It's the reason people complain about getting the S rank in Eggman Land, because that level goes on for a solid half an hour. But at least with Sonic Unleashed S ranks, it's not just time. You beat enemies and everything for S ranks, you know? There's a score element to S ranks, so you're not meant to be going blazing fast the entire time, or else you're getting a D. Missing a Kong letter. I'm a little concerned. It might be in here still. Yeah, there is still a little bit of level left. I am a bit concerned about this. There's the G. Yeah, the thing with time trials is that your game has to be actively built for, you know? There's nothing wrong with rewarding a player for going fast, but if you know the players... I pressed the jump button like... This is a problem. We'll get to that in a second. If your game... If you want to reward players for going fast, make it so it's actually reasonable to go fast, I guess. You shouldn't have to rely on constant button mashing, precise stuff. You know, like... One mistake shouldn't cost you getting a gold. The Crash 3, I think, does a pretty good job of it, where it's actually possible to get the gold, which is all you need for completion of the game. You can get every single gold in Crash Warped without the running shoes. Of course, some of them are going to be challenging, and they do get easier when you beat the game and get the special running shoes, because then you can start actually running. And it's not the most horrible thing anymore. If you want to go above and beyond for platinums or being the dev times, feel free. Just bragging rights. It's a little bonus thing. Doesn't really change anything. You still get the super secret final gem if you just get golds on everything. And that's fine. And here Crash 4 takes it a step further by making the platinums a requirement, but then also having separate dev times that you beat for purple relics, which are also your bragging rights in that game. So I think it's a pretty good way of doing it. Reward the player for playing well enough to get the equivalent of an S rank. If you want to give them a little extra sign, an extra little badge or something for going above and beyond, feel free. Again, you have to make sure your levels are designed with that kind of thing in mind, because a lot of levels in this so far haven't really done that. They haven't really done that. The minecart levels, and by God, the fucking rocket barrels? No. It's actively just not designed for that. Speaking of which, the game wants you to either go at its pace, like this, or it clearly wants you to take things kind of slow because going fast is just going to get you in danger. But then it wants you to go so fast to get the golds, with no room for error. Any slight mistake runs dead. And there's no real fast retry option, because you die, you wait the animation, you go back, and then you gotta press the retry button anyway, because it still kept your time from when you died. So it's like you just stood still for half a fucking minute. It's really annoying. More proof that time attack wasn't really thought through during the design process of this game. There are large portions of the game where there's active flaws with the mechanics, or it's just actively not built with that in mind. Like, I still really like this game when going for the Kong letters and the puzzle pieces, mostly. And even the mirror mode's a nice extra challenge on top of that. I wish the mirror mode and the health thing were separate, or it was just the health thing. But sure, it's fine, right? It's alright. The time attacks are where everything goes wrong. Look at the Kong letters. There it is. Like, it's not that bad when you're going for puzzle pieces or Kong letters. It's actually pretty fun doing that, but the time attack with no room for error, where every single button press, you gotta like clutch your controller, do like 5 button presses at once, you can reasonably grab onto grass and move up and jump off at the right time, and it's like, what the fuck do you want? If you even so much as like slip up once or wait for half a second, the run's dead and you lose your goal. I think it's a little bit excessive. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit dumb. It's not designed for this shit. So I think I just gotta take a step back and realize I just am not doing this. It is not happening. So I know I promised I'd do all the time attacks. But on closer inspection, I'm not. I'm really not. I see no point to. Like, it's fine enough in, like, a Mario Kart or some other kart racer, where the whole point is that you're going faster and learning the tracks, and you can use that knowledge in the main game to outrace your opponents and everything. It's a racing game. Going fast is part of the design. That's the point. So time trials and that, even if they can be a bit strict at points due to awkward balancing, I've heard horrible things about the time trial for Bikini Bottom in Crossworlds. That's just Sega being bad at designing things, really. Like, you gotta find a sweet balance. And a lot of times when a time attack is just put in a platformer, it doesn't really feel like it's really meant for it. It's forced replayability. Like, I'm okay with, like, oh, solve a little extra puzzles, or do a little extra platforming challenge, or find secret entrances, and you get cool bonuses there, and that counts for completion. That's good. But, like, actively going fast. Get to the end as fast as possible. And moveset and level design that sometimes isn't built for it, just so you can have people keep playing these stages over and over. Why? Ultimately, a lot of time attacks feel hastily put in with very little thought in the process, and it makes the game more bloated. It's like, people complain about games like DK64 for having so much stuff to collect in it that it feels bloated in that regard. But, like, I'd rather have that than extra game mode that wasn't really designed with the way the game was made in mind. You know? Not really. Like, mirror mode I'll accept here because you're playing the stages, but you can't rely on your muscle memory. And you have the health stipulation. I think the health stipulation would be enough, but mirror mode helps give it more of an identity and makes it you can't just use your muscle memory. Because you've played these levels before. Alternatively, you could do something like the Prankster comments in Mario Galaxy, where the level design is changed, but nothing's changed, there's some extra thing to it, you know? And there are speedrun comments in the Galaxy games, but most of them, actually, all of them, aren't super strict. They're not strict. Like the Galaxy 1 speedruns, most of them are actually pretty alright. They give like an extra minute or so, which is kind of crazy. And then they changed the formula for Galaxy 2 and made like a timer thing where you have to kind of route out, game timers and everything, but they're thought out. You don't need to collect all the timers in order to win. You don't need to get absolute perfect on the dang thing. It feels like it's properly thought out. And they don't expect extreme amounts of bullshit from the player. Not that there aren't difficult ones. The purple coins in freaking Ghostly Galaxy are rough. It's also like a very small enclosed area. It's like, it's at least designed where you're not going to be spending much time there anyway, you know? And people complain it's not... It's still one of the most hated levels in the whole game, still. Better than this, where the entire game now has its time attack slapped into it. The purple coin mission in Ghost of the Galaxy at least like a unique level set, you know? You don't access that part of the level in the same way at any other point. It's designed with the speedrun element in mind. And then you still have to route out what sets of purple coins are good to get, what is worth the risk, and where can I route myself to put myself close to the center by the end to grab the star. There's still a time attack. It's still built to go fast and probably route out what you want to go about moving around with. And well, it's a minute timer, so it's a little bit tight, I will admit. But you can still get enough purple coins to get the star and get back in the center to grab it with 10 seconds to spare. If you know what you're doing. And most successful runs, it's going to be clutch. It's probably going to be within the last couple seconds. But you don't... There is enough room for error where if you make a mistake and bounce off one of the meat sticks or hit a bone, you're not dead. That's the problem I think with a lot of time attack stuff, where if you make one minor mistake, a reasonable mistake even, that's it, run dead. I feel like I was doing pretty alright on my attempts on the time attacks in this. But one mistake, and there goes the goal. And it's what? You have no leniency in levels that were not designed for time attack. It's what the fuck? Then you bring back the Galaxy ones with the speedy comets. They at least think about how to do timed elements and either remix stages to do it, or they add the extra gimmick of the timer thing where you have to route out a whole thing. If you take the time to get all of the timers, you can still win with 30 seconds left. You know? You don't need to grab every single clock and then never miss a single jump in order to get the speedrun comments done. And they still shorten the missions, so it's reasonable. You're not sitting there for 7 goddamn minutes only to find out you messed up a chunk halfway in, and then, well, you're screwed out of the best rank. And it's over. You lose your star. If you want to make a platforming game and do speedrun stuff in it, and more players are going fast, you gotta put that in your level design. And also, maybe not be super strict with getting all the stuff from it. I shouldn't need to do an absolute perfect run to get the best rank. At the very least, the best rank for completion's sake. Maybe for, beating the dev time bragging rights, but nothing more than that, really. There's a limit, and this game crosses the limit very badly. The rest of the game is fine. It's just not built well for speedrunning. And the requirements that it wants you to get, it's too much. It is too much. And I don't find it enjoyable. I really don't. I gave it a shot. I gave it an honest attempt. I did get some golds. Don't get me wrong, but each level I'd have to grind out individually for over an hour probably, especially the later ones. Only to find out that one mistake was made that I maybe didn't even realize was that major until the very end. And again, there's still levels that are mostly autoplay in a way. You have the rail levels, you have the rocket barrels. And they're really fucking annoying in the time trial because that one I did where I got the gold on it, I had less than a second of room to breathe. all came down to the very beginning of the level. I had to get through all the enemies, bash down the gong, and climb up the rocks that fall down. Then break through the wood thing in the cave entrance. All before, like, the 20-second mark, or else I'm done. It's over. And if I get hit, or if I slightly miss a jump, or if I don't do, like, the specific roll jump to get up here a little faster, I lose the run. My successful run, where I was playing, honestly, I feel like pretty dang well, half a second. Half a fucking second. And it wasn't like a clutch like, oh, I messed up a little bit, but can I still get the gold? Yes, I can! Hooray! It's a, I have to clutch just to win. And that's a bit much. I find that kind of insane. I find that kind of fucking insane. It's like, what the hell? The game is not built for time attack. Not in the way it's implemented here. In order to get the best rank and therefore get completion, you have to be fucking perfect. I thought I was going to be on the whale itself. I thought it was so fully in the water. I am just flustered and pissed off from the time attack, and I never want to think about it again. Hang on a second. Noise, annoying noise. It distracts me and causes me to lose a life. But yeah, it's not good. Time attack's not good. It's not handled well. I'm not having fun with it. Then I get distracted by my mom and my cat stomping around all over the place, and I hear her upstairs getting mad when Sweet Pea ends up peeing on a rug or something. So I'm already not in a good mood from just constant noise ruining the screams, and then, oh boy, oh boy! Another problem with this game is that the responsiveness for the rolling is an active complaint I've had the entire time, and they expect you to roll fucking constantly. And if it happens to drop an input or a roll doesn't go out the way it really should, then whoop, there goes your gold. Time attack fails, bad run. Requires absolute perfection. Which I can manage if the stage design is super simple and I'm just mashing one button the entire time, but where's the fun in that, really? Then you have elements like this where, like, why is there time attack? Even if I go fast in the section, I'm still waiting for the whale, so none of that matters. That's half the stage right there. It's not reasonable, is what I'm saying. Have like the best rank or overall like completion requirement be reasonable for someone to reach, and if they want to go back to be an overachiever or beat their best times, they can on their own. I don't mind people trying to look for the perfect run if they want to give it a shot themselves. No real major incentive from the game to get the perfect run or anything. But like, there's a balance and the game's not hitting it well. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, I'm not doing the time attack. I'm not doing the time attack. The game has ruined that for me. I'm not doing it. So we're just gonna ignore it. We're doing mirror mode, we're calling it after a mirror mode, and then we never look back. Maybe I'll leave it to a vote to you, like, do I do more Pac-Man or not, you know? So yeah, I've made the executive decision. We are not doing time attack. The game is not built for it, and it's way too strict for just completion points. And I'm just gonna say no. This level is not built for time attack, because most of it's waiting for the whale. I mean, if you mess up the run at some point in the first, like, 30 seconds, run's dead. You wouldn't know. Yeah. You also have to design your time attack well, so that if you die, it auto-resets the run, or it gives, like, a fail state. Because, like, you're not gonna keep a run that has a death in it. And you're obviously even going for, like, a rank thing. Like, even with a lenient rank system, if you die, you're probably not getting the best rank. And if you are, there's something wrong with your time attack there. So, like, that's the thing. This game is not built well for time attack. Look, I got this part pretty quick. I have to sit here and wait for the whale to show up. I still have to wait. The only parts of this level that mattered for the time attack are the very beginning and the checkpoint that had the freaking pin birds. It's really stupid. Hey, Vix. I'm not doing time attack. I tried. It's not fun. I don't like it. The game's not built for it, and the requirements are too dang strict. So I'm giving up on that. Like, we're talking, like, make one mistake, and it's over. It doesn't have to be a major mistake, like falling into a pit. It's like, it's over. You see how I got, like, a minute 45.6 on here? And I got the gold? 0.4 seconds. That's how much time I had left. And because it's a cart level, there's no room for error at the beginning. You had to get, like, the first chunk in, like, 20 seconds. It's over. Like, here, watch. Barrel time doesn't matter because it's a freaking cart level. But watch how strict this is. That's the time trial. Now just do this without dying. Which, you know, fair enough, but, like, why? It feels very clear the time attack in this game is built in just to pad the game out for extra completion and force replayability, you know? But, like, every single gold run in this feels like 1-2's S rank in Frontiers. In a bad way, you know? You know, most of the S ranks in cyberspace and they're actually, like, fairly achievable, and then there's just that one at the very beginning of the game that wants to kill you. Yeah. All of them kind of feel like 1-2. Except with Sonic, they're at least designed for speed sake, because it's a high-speed platformer. Sonic's whole thing is moving fast. This? Not so much. Not really. And any slight mistake, even if you haven't realized you made one, the run's dead. It's over. There's no room for error at all. Boss time attack, get hit once by accident, that's it. Run's over. Look at this. Yeah. I also could not jump until DK came to a full stop after the crash, by the way. I tied my record. Look how close this shit is. This would be like if getting the platinums in Crash Bandicoot 3 was required for 105%. Thank God it's not! I'm talking as someone who has gotten all platinums, but like, I wouldn't have had Wanya go for 105%, or I guess 108%, on the Insane Trilogy version if gold wasn't enough. If it required platinums, which it effectively does, I wouldn't have had him do it. And I'm done with this, because look at this. Not only is this stage not designed for time trials, because it's basically a fucking auto-scroller for 80% of it. But also, it all came down to that first 20 seconds. If I got hit by an enemy, or I slipped into like one minor jump wrong, or just like stood on a platform too long, even. Like that's it! Run's dead! Bye-bye gold. Bye-bye win. Now imagine doing that, but the entire game's running at double speed, because they added that in an update too! This wasn't here at launch. This wasn't in the original game. They put this in when they slapped it. There's not Dixie calling this game. It's a little update bonus. Imagine, if you will, trying to do this with the fast forward button held down in Dolphin. Why? This and this was enough. This maybe could have worked if the game was designed around it better, and it wasn't a, like, get a perfect run or it's death. Like, you can tell I gave up here, treetop up. I got like some minute. That should be plenty for a gold, right? Right? No. So I got like a sub 57, right? 54. 54 flat. And yeah, I didn't do perfect. I didn't get hit occasionally or bonk a wall, but like, it's minor things, right? It's just... King of Kling, a minute and a half, right? This one. This is where everything started to crumble. This is where it all started to crumble. Minute and a half, didn't get gold. Minute 21. I will give it another shot. I got hit twice, tried to damage boost, didn't really work out the best. But like, that shouldn't be enough to cost me, right? Right? Now I have my little friend with me, I can do this and roll around quicker and everything's good. Messed that up. That might be enough to maybe cost it, but like a second or two. That was a pretty major mistake, that makes sense. Sure. I can maybe mix it up with some good playing elsewhere. Oh, I messed up there. I'll probably be off for like 3 seconds. Right? Right? My playing skills are all just bad anyway because I'm just flustered. Like, I could optimize this better, sure. Like, I'll probably do it within like 4 or 5 seconds, right? With Dixie Kong, who wasn't even in the original version of the game, these times are meant for Diddy Kong. Eight. I beat my time then, too. Yeah, skill issue? Maybe. But, like... I should have maybe been within, like, 5 seconds. So what's another good example? Sunset Shore is a fairly simple level. It's a fairly simple level. It's mostly flat. That 51-second time limit. Watch this run that I'm gonna do here. 53 seconds. Grab the friend there, and you're basically doing this for most of the run. Mostly wide open. You gotta jump every now and again to cross the gaps there. Oh, I got hit. That stunned me for a bit. Whoa. Whoa. I'm still doing alright, aren't I? Yeah. Ooh, I got a really good thing there. That makes up for all the lost time I got. That means I should easily get the goal with no problem. I had a second left. I had 1 second. And it wasn't my best time, even. A second. And I played pretty well for most of that, didn't I? Didn't I? It could just be skill issue, but like, half the game isn't designed for this. Can it be cannons? Here we go. Here's what I gave up on. Here's what I gave up. I'm not making any more progress in Mirror Meld, but I'm just pissed off at this. Minute 10. I did there, that's fine though. Well, I've already missed a run here, but like, if I miss that, I die. Oh, missed that. Maybe cost me the run, right? But like, maybe only by like a couple seconds. Yeah. Explain that to me! Waiting an extra second for a barrel to move. And getting hit like, what? 4 times? That means stuns you for like a half second, and you go your speed back and you still make it up? 7 seconds lost over what I need to get gold. I'm not allowed to get hit, and I'm not allowed to wait for anything. At all. At all! God forbid you die, and you have to wait for DK to stroll to the middle of the screen and be like, hee, I failed. Jump up, and then you're gonna still pause and reset the level, because it still keeps your timer! And again, I gotta do that double speed. I'll do it again for the speed. And there's the bosses. Oh, the bosses. Ooh, the bosses. Step 1, skip the friend. Because you're not going to have time to slowly walk up to the barrel, because rolling puts you, right in front of it, kind of. But you have to stop in order to actually register you grabbing it. What hit me? One's dead, by the way. You don't believe me? Yeah, I can't even catch up with the dang thing anymore. You see that? I got hit once, and I was already screwed before I even got the freaking 8th or 9th hit in. And I did that second phase pretty dang solid, huh? I dare say, perfect. It's a bit insane. It's a bit insane, don't you think? I'm not willing to grind these out, especially when a lot of them, they do not work with mirror mode. I didn't go through the temple. I forgot to do the temple here in mirror mode. Whoops. That'll be something for next time, I suppose. Yeah, it seems a bit much, don't it? All the levels are like this. Whereas, like, one mistake, minor as it is done. Everyone's dead. You have to play basically perfectly. Like, I can understand, like, here's the thing. At silver time, I think that would have been a pretty acceptable goal, actually. Still have been tight, but left some room for error, you know? It still left some room for error. Makes sense for a game that's not super precise when it comes to its movement and such, where I've had problems with input, where the roll sometimes doesn't roll. Because slamming down and rolling are on the same button, and if DK's like mid-turnaround, like you're trying to quickly turn around and roll away from something, you can't really roll when DK's turning around. There's no responsiveness there. And a lot of times it feels like it eats your inputs. And you can't really have that when you're trying to be ultra precise in order to get the gold times. So we're not doing that. So, like, be happy I have 1-6, 1-4, and 1-1 done, because we're not doing that again. So I'm just playing the mirror modes, and then I'm stopping there. Because I think that's enough, like, extra gameplay stuff. Because you have the Kong letters, and the associated post-game unlock from all that. You have the puzzle pieces, which unlock concept art and little 3D figurines you can look through. Adorable behind-the-scenes stuff. And they're generally okay to get. A nice challenge. And Squawks is there to help you find the puzzle pieces you missed, because some of them can be kind of hidden. The game at least gives you some way to find them fairly easily. Then you do everything, you do all the Kong letters, you beat all of World 9, you unlock mirror mode. Play the game again, but then the screen's flipped. So your muscle memory's a little bit screwed up. And you don't get any healing items. And you can't bring in stuff from your inventory. And you have one less heart. It's a hard mode, basically. All the game again on hard mode. And getting the Kong letters there for extra challenge as well. That's what the blue star is. That seems like enough stuff. And by the time you're doing the mirror mode and going 100% in that, you've played the entire game before. And you've gotten all the Kong letters before, so you at least have some idea where they all are, because they don't move. Maybe I haven't memorized where they all are, but it's totally different. It's basically just a hard mode that also, you know, gets rid of your muscle memory. It's fine. This is bloat. The levels are not designed with time attack in mind, and they don't account for that at all. They expect absolute perfection. And then they put in a mode that has you do it where the game is being fast-forwarded the entire time. So your problems with responsiveness, now it's happening even faster. Like, let me go back to 1-6 for a second and do turbo attack. So, you normally just keep repeatedly pressing the Y button to repeatedly stay in place and keep smashing the ground, right? It's really good for breaking through the wood things or going and hitting the gong thing, right? I am mashing the Y button. Your DK will still just sometimes stop. Oh, Run's dead. You see how DK sometimes kind of stops? You see how it kind of sometimes stops? I'm not stopping the Y button. It's that during the process, I'm not hitting it fast enough, I guess, for him to keep doing it smoothly. That's a bit... I don't like that. I really don't. So yeah, we're not doing the time trial stuff. We're actively just not doing it. We're doing the mirror modes with the Kong letters in those, and then we're calling it there. And then maybe I'll go back to Pac-Man, or we could play Kirby, where the objectives there are a lot more fair. And there's no extra time attack bullshit. The only time attack things in that game, to my knowledge, are A, the arena, where it's a personal thing, where it's a personal record thing. Time doesn't really matter there. And the mouthful mode car stuff, like in the amusement park levels. There's a couple of like racing Waddle Dees in that one. You gotta get to the goal in a certain amount of time. And one of them you actively can't do unless you notice, unless there's a little secret switch and open the shortcut. So it's less about the actual race and more about observing your surroundings. And even then, the one active, like, get to the goal within a certain time for the Waddle Dee, it's like, there's multiple seconds room for error. You don't have to do every single shortcut perfectly. You have to get it perfect here. Get hit once, run dead. Actually bonk a wall, run dead. Game decides that you pressing the Y button wasn't enough to start your roll, run dead. Don't press the B button at the exact right time in order to bounce off an enemy so you don't get the high bounce off of it, because you can't just hold it like Mario does nowadays. Run dead. It's excessive! It's not designed well, especially when you have levels where you're not really doing much of anything for a solid minute. A solid minute of just the game going along its own pace. I think you were here right as I finished it. We're going back to this level again, because this illustrates an issue with the time attack here as well. So the last stage is okay. We go quickly. Oh, run dead, by the way. Bum ba bum 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 bum. Be the whale. Now we're waiting. I cannot make this go any faster. And if I fuck up too much at the beginning, the run's already dead, but I wouldn't know it. And I can't speed this up at all with my gameplay. Going up here on these platforms doesn't change anything. The game is... It's an auto-scroller right now. Literally, it's auto-scrolling. That's not good for time attack. That's not good. Nothing I do here is actively speeding up the level at all. Like, oh, it's just don't die then, right? If... Yeah, death doesn't mean the run's over. Now we're back to where it matters again. And now it doesn't matter again. Those two little segments add to like 30 seconds. If I mess up either of those, run's dead. None of this matters, and I have to sit here and wait regardless. Watch, here's the part where you think you can do it faster. Look at this, I'm not running everything, going so fast. I have to wait for the whale. So me playing fast here doesn't matter. Same thing here. I'm going fast here we go. Doing really well. I'm dead. I think you have to wait for the whale there as well. At a certain point. Yeah, not fun. And a lot of stages have stuff like that. The rocket barrels, the mine carts. There's even parts where you're just trying to wait for a good cycle of things, but you're not allowed to wait because that wastes a second, and you need all that time to get the gold. It's just... It's not reasonable. It's not reasonable at all to get the gold stuff in this. The silver should have been the golds, honestly. Maybe tighten them up a little bit more, but what are you gonna do? I don't... Let me time attack this one again. I gotta submit it because I think this is the level I skipped a large chunk of a Dixie Kong who wasn't in the game originally. I think that's how I did it in the turbo mode. I saw that on Twitter, people just skipping like a solid third of the stage we're not supposed to. It's been kind of legit. One mistake, fairly minor. Okay, two minor mistakes. So now I have my friend and I can do that. See this? That's how I was able to actually manage to win there. Dixie Kong's not in the original game. These times are brought over, I believe, from the original. We only have Diddy Kong, that's kind of a short-ass glide. Not really doing the best showcasing how strict some of this could be. Oh, missed that. So overall, like, mostly minor mistakes, right? Not anything super major. Stuff I can pretty easily make up, right? This. What was that? Like slipping off that one platform there, the freaking gong platform, and getting hit twice. And I lost nearly 2 seconds. My best time was a 55. I think that's because I used Dixie Kong to kind of skip that little section in the back. I definitely did that for the turbo. Let me do it again. Let me see if I can get close to that 55 time. Oh, it's like a second and a half of air time. A second and a half. That's it. What do you get? For a platinum, I think that makes sense. For a gold time? Once so far? So down there, because I had an enemy in the way and I was kind of scared to do anything there. Oh, I hit twice. If I didn't mess this up. have to wait here for that skip over there. You're meant to wait here originally. Alright, wait here again. I got hit twice and lost nearly a second. I had to do that flawlessly. And even then, even with the skip I did, assuming that's how I did it, because I did it for turbo, a little over a second under the requirement. A little over a second? You're kidding me. I think the goal time here should have been like a minute. Maybe like a minute 3. Yeah. Enough to where getting hit a little bit, or stumbling a little bit, isn't enough to ruin it. But it still requires some skill and knowledge of the game and the level, you know? 57 is way too tight. But that is requiring no damage and not messing up a single jump to get at 55. And I think I did that by skipping it with Dixie Kong, who I shouldn't even have in this game, because this game only had Diddy Kong originally. This game is dumb. I don't like the speedrun things of it. I'm doing mirror mode and calling it, okay? But yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I need to stop. I need a break. I was already not in the best mood anyway, and then I was kind of sad more. Especially with the distractions known as Mom and the cats. Shenanigans ensue sometimes, and it's not great. It's not great. The problem is, I've been having fun generally the rest of the game. The Kong letters, the puzzle pieces, doing the mirror mode, that's all fine. They didn't need the time attack stuff in it. The time attacks kind of soured the game for me a little bit. So what the heck? Why is it like that? Why are you like that, game? But yeah, I'm gonna stop for now. That's gonna be it for Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Until next week, we come back, we do more mirror mode, starting off with the temple level I skipped by accident because I was too frustrated with the boss. And then, you know, it's gonna be fun. The hardest part of all this is gonna be doing the bosses without getting hit more than once. So, like, okay. Most of them I feel like with enough patience I can maybe do hitless. I'm worried about, like, the one snake thing I fought. I forget where it is. I think it's with 5. I think I'm wrong on that. It's the one boss I just don't like in this. And then doing the final boss in mirror mode might be a pain. I don't know. That's a problem for later. It's one of the boss fights that really been an issue so far, because the rest have just been me being, you know, cocky, I suppose. But I'm still generally having fun with mirror mode in comparison to the time attacks. That garbage. Yeah, there's noise from upstairs. I'm gonna go up there actually, because it might be about time to get some food. So, you know, maybe I'm just a little bit hangry. But yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go eat some food, and then I'm gonna go back to grinding the festival for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, which has gone pretty well so far. I forgot to do it yesterday, but I've been doing it some today, and it's been going well. So whether or not I get top 1,000, who knows? But it's not like it's super difficult to reach that, even if I skip a day. Looking back, I did not get the top 1,000 the Tangle and Whisper one. but I think it was off by like 20 faces or something close to that. So like, it's manageable. I just hope my Mario Kart World muscle memory doesn't fully wreck me. I will give Crossworlds this over Mario Kart World. Mario Kart World's just better generally. And I really do like the kind of quick drift where you can swap the direction of the drift by like quickly pressing the drift button again. It's really good for those times where I drift the wrong direction by accident, and it allows me to build up a lot of like, drift boost charge of like really like windy roads and everything. It would be really nice to have in Mario Kart World, especially during the through stuff, but oh well. Kind of crazy that Mario Kart has rail grinding, but no Sonic Racing game does. That's kind of weird, don't you think? But yeah, I'm gonna go and have some food and do more of the festival, and I'll see you guys next week for more of this. At this rate, I think we're gonna be done with this by mid-June, which is pretty good. Pretty good. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll see you guys next week.